Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channels. My YouTube channel name is Corporate Slave Animals. This channel introduces various opinions and struggles based on my own interviews, research, and information gathering with people working in the field. Maybe you must be tired from work. Today, I'm gonna talk about disadvantages of night shift. I will deliver 18 real opinions from on the ground. So let's get started. Night shift are exhausting. Opinion number 1. Getting paid extra means taking on risk. Simple as that. As I get older, I've been working half-night shifts. Not by choice, but because there's no other work. This is what it's like for non-regular workers, not full-time employees. That's why I have no choice but to work night shift to be valued. If they cut me loose, it's truly over. My health checkup results keep getting worse every year, and standing all day has done terrible things to my feet. My joint stiffened up and won't move, and before I knew it, I was stuck with chronic back pain. I think running yourself into the ground and quitting is the inevitable outcome. So the moment I realize I can't handle it anymore, I have no choice but to quit. Opinion number 2. Night shift are just trading your lifespan for money. For shift workers, including night shift, health checkup are twice a year, while regular day shift workers get one per year. That's the rule. Health checkup for specific job workers prove that night shift wear your body down. By the way, the company just keeps saying, it's legally fine. If you start feeling like your body is in serious trouble, request a transfer. If they refuse that too, the only options left for night shift workers are resignation. There's nothing else they can do. Opinion number 3. I'm a 37-year-old nurse with an 8-year-old child. Since we went from 3 shifts to 2, 5 days a month, I've gotten a lot more personal time. But juggling PTA activities, therapy appointments, and picking up my kids from lesson right after night shift, plus making dinner and cleaning, it's tough. I take medication for developmental disorders, so I'm sleepy during the day, but I have to take it to keep up with everyone else. Lately, I've been having these distinct episodes where I feel a tightening sensation in my chest. Opinion number 4. Night shift and rotating schedules are relics of an era when workers could be replaced instantly if they broke down. 10 years ago, I quit my job and started my own business to escape the grueling schedule of 36-hour shift, working night shift, followed by regular daytime shift the next day, which came around 6 times a month. I recently checked my old company's websites and laughed at how much easier their job requirements have gotten. Well, I guess that makes sense. Nowadays, you have to offer ridiculously good conditions just to get people to show up. Experiencing that kind of shift schedule temporarily in your 20s might be good for broadening your horizons as life experience. I think you gain some grit and tenacity from it, but it's not something you should keep doing forever. Opinion number 5. There are lots of negative opinions. Watching the dam break and thinking, is it finally ending? Then walking against the flow of people commuting to work or school on the road. Then taking 3 pills and drifting off. That's what night shifts are like. I understand night shifts are truly tough for people whose bodies just can't handle them. I need sleeping pills myself, but even so, the benefits of night shift outweigh the drawbacks, so I'll keep doing them until I retire. There are no bosses dumping extra work on me. My days off are my own time, and the pay is good. For now, I don't feel like it's shortening my lifespan, so I plan to keep doing it as long as I can. Opinion number 6. I worked as a safety officer for a city gas company doing night shift after day shift. If there were no emergency call, I handled telephone receptionist and stand by until 10 p.m., using the time to finish up backlog of work. Then after 10 p.m., I could bathe and sleep in the on-call room around midnight. Morning meant waking up at 7 a.m. to open the gate. Regular work from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. And when I woke up in the morning, I felt like a day had been cut off from my life. If fires, gas leaks, or broken pipes during night work happened, with responsible with emergency calls, the next day, no relief, just regular work. My head was too foggy to function properly. I even got into a traffic accident while driving a company vehicle. Opinion number 7. To young people who happily take night shift because they boost income. Our factory's production volume had dropped, forcing us to limit night shift and overtime to the bare minimum. As a result, salaries have been cut and there's a wave of resignations. Management must be thrilled about lower labor cost, but they are wrong to base everything on pay that relies on night shift. You should choose companies that offer solid pay without requiring night shift. Like our company, factory operation fluctuates with the economy. You can't predict it. If you could predict it, you'd be making money in stocks. Anyway, the best companies pay well without requiring night shift. Opinion number 8. Our maintenance department at this old part manufacturer is in shambles, and no replacements are hired for those who quit. Management just smiles at this natural reduction in staff. The reason for leaving is simply insufficient pay. Everyone still working on site murmurs the same things. The pay is inadequate. To begin with, due to the current poor business conditions, overtime is restricted, so workers on the front lines have no choice but to take night shift to increase their take-home pay. But maintenance, depending on the company, by the nature of the work, doesn't have regular night shift. So I grew tired of the pay disparities at the same workplace and quit. Opinion number 9. It goes without saying, but humans can't fight for 24 hours straight. I used to work 2 shifts at the factory, but after night shift, my brain was wide awake and I couldn't sleep at all, so I relied on sleeping pills. During night shift weeks, I'd take sleeping pills before napping during the day, then drink Monster Energy before the night shift started. Working like this completely wrecked my body. These essentials for health are diet, sleep, and exercise. Sacrificing even one of these? You can guess how it ends. Seriously. Humans have been waking up in the morning and sleeping at night since ancient times. Messing with that was a mistake. Opinion number 10. I work as an operator in a semiconductor-related factory. Naturally, the factory runs 24/7, so night shifts are part of the job. After 3 12-hour night shifts, I get 3 solid days off. After 2 set of 3 12-hour day shifts, I do 2 night shifts. Basically, half the month is daytime life, and the other half is nighttime life. Personally, I find this schedule easy to live with. But 3 shifts or weekly rotations sound really tough. It drives you crazy. night shift and rotating schedule really depends on your constitutions. I don't think they suit people who have trouble falling asleep. One of my coworkers even relies on sleeping pills to get by. Opinion number 11. This semiconductor factory is awesome. I seriously recommend it. It's a 12-hour shift system, alternating day and night shift. But it's 3 days on, 3 days off, meaning you get more than half the years off. Plus, depending on the departments, the work itself involves transporting, installing, or operating equipment, followed by just 1 or 2 hours of waiting, so the physical strain is minimal. The pay is higher than at food factories, though there's a problem of it being so boring you get sleepy. Well, if you can handle that, it's an incredibly easy job. Just make sure to eat nutritionally balanced meals, do some strength training, and sleep soundly during the day with the shutters closed. You need to take steps like that to prevent damage from accumulating. Opinion number 12. You should know your own body best. I'm married. When I told my wife at 30 that I won't be able to do night shift forever, she wouldn't accept it. At 37, I sort of forced my way into a day shift only job. It's physically easier, but my annual income dropped. Well, I guess this is normal salary, though my wife has various complaints about the income. I know family opinions matter, but you really should put your own body and health first. Working nights gave me an adjustment disorder. My wife has no time to comfort me, only worries about our finances. Opinion number 13. Nurses in rural areas only earn average wages by working night. Shift work between day and night shift throws your autonomic nervous systems out of work and increases cancer risk. It's literally like working away at the expense of my life. I was a nurse myself, and the 3-shift system, day, evening, and night, that was absolutely the worst. I hear police officers are much the same. That's when you reach retirement age, your lifespan shortens. Those who support the societies leave before society can support them. Number 14. Living right along the elementary school routes meant I'd wake up during the kids' commute times, which was brutal. And when elections roll around, you get those campaign cards blaring candidates' names non-stop. We protect your livelihoods! Well, protect my sleep too. By the way, according to the IARC Carcinogenicity Risk List, published by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, that is an external organization of the WHO, night shifts are ranked second from the top, likely carcinogenic to humans. Considering the risk of getting cancer and becoming unable to work, or the high cost of treatment, night shifts just aren't worth it at all. Opinion number 15. Most daytime shifts offer full 2-day weekends, but when you switch to night shift, the number of annual holidays suddenly drops at many places, right? Really, you don't think the day after night shift counts as a holiday? Since everyone's body is under strain, retiring at 60 is the safest bet. Working yourself to an early grave, only to lose out on pensions and taxes. That's just plain stupid. Even if you push yourself to death on the job, no one takes responsibilities. They'll just shrug it off as unavoidable and abandon you. They use you up and toss you aside like a user tissue. Don't let them sweet talk you into accepting that. Opinion number 16. A recent study comparing the oral health of the day shift workers and night shift workers revealed that night shift workers have more cavities than the day shift workers, with this trend becoming particularly pronounced after age 50. Furthermore, night shift workers also had a higher rate of the periodontitis and mouth ulcers, and tended to brush their teeth less frequently. Specific examples include taxi drivers and nurses. Given the nature of their schedules, it's likely difficult for them to visit the dentist casually, but perhaps they could make time for a checkup? Opinion number 17. Blackout curtains are absolutely essential, and earplugs are necessary to counteract surrounding noise. Even so, after nearly 20 years of shift work, you really start feeling discomfort all over your bodies. My autonomic nervous system is completely shot. I can tell I'm in a constant state of the jet lag, chronically sleep deprived. Sure, 24-hour operations are convenient, but the only ones profiting are the business owners, while workers are literally sacrificing their health. Who even came up with this night shift? And the real problem is that overtime gets piled on top of this. Opinion number 18. I worked 3 shifts for many years myself, but this year, the company switched me to day shift to cut labor cost during the recession. Now I don't need an alarm clock anymore. No matter how late I stay up, I wake up at the same time every day. But it's true that night workers are the backbone of society. Police officers, military personnel, emergency responders, paramedics, power plant workers, factory workers, garbage collectors, truck drivers, nursing care workers, medical professionals. Society simply couldn't function without these workers. That's why they deserve better treatment. They do a job that is worth it. I will continue to share on the ground perspective that I have gathered through my own independent research, interviews, and information gathering. I appreciate your continued cooperation. Thank you.